Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Capricorn for the month of December 2024. Well, lots of different energies this month for you, Capricorn. First of all, before anything, did I mention that this is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Rising? Okay, well, it is. You can listen. Anybody can listen. You don't have to have any of those because sometimes you get a little pearl of wisdom. And the pearl of wisdom today is this is the first month since 2008 that you have not had and will not have to consider or think about or worry about Pluto being in your sign. It has exited the building on November 19th, 20th. It left the sign of Capricorn not to be seen for another 200 and maybe 32 years. So I'm not worried. You're not worried. Nobody's worried no more. Now we have Pluto in Aquarius. Of course, it is your second house of resources. And Pluto is riches. So, hey, don't you deserve it after having Pluto go through your sign for so long? We have other things going on as well. We have a Mars retrograde starting on the 6th. That's happening in your um, 12th house. Hold on, let me think. It's in Leo. No, it's not your 12th house. I was thinking of Mercury. Mercury's retrograde starting the month in Sag. And so for you guys, that is your 12th house. And it's retrograde, I think, until the 15th of December, and then it goes direct. All of it is in Sag. And Sag is what we believe to be true. And during the process that Mercury is retrograde in Sag, and it goes retrograde on the 25th of November. So right at the very end of November, you may be reviewing truths, what you think is true, what you believe is true. Now, that's not just true for you, but it's true for all of us, right? All right. So, and then we have Mars going retrograde. Mars at about, I think, six or 7 degrees of Leo, and then moves all the way back to, I believe, like 17 of Cancer. It is retrograde for a while, a couple of months, and then it goes direct. For you, we're looking at your house of taxes. So you got to be real careful with your tax situation this year, Capricorn. Just make sure all your I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Look over stuff. Sometimes you just trust that everything is copacetic and you just go, yep, well, the accountant knows what they're doing. Most of the part they do, but it's not a bad idea just to go over it or have them go over it. And, blame it on me. Say, my astrologer said you have to double check my taxes. So that's happening. So that's happening. The sun in Sag and then in your sign of Capricorn, the sun moves into Capricorn on the 21st. Of course, it is the first day of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere and the first day of summer in the Southern Hemisphere. The longest night and the longest day north-south, the shortest day and the shortest night north-south. It is, you are a cardinal sign, and whenever any of the planets move into the cardinal signs, it is it's a world point. So there's a shift, and you will be free of Pluto by then. So that'll be an interesting feeling. All right, so I have the Guardians of the Night Tarot in honor of the longest night, unless you're in Australia, and then we can't say that. But we can say it. I can say whatever. Don't I sound all bossy, Capricorn? All right, so let's see what is up for Capricorn this month. Let's see if what we get now that Pluto is out of your sign. It has been a struggle. That last degree seemed like it was going on forever. All right. Okay, let's see what we have. So in the immediate environment, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Now, I believe this might be a badger. Let me see if I can find the book here. That might be a badger. Might be a honey badger. And you know what they say about honey badgers? They don't give a flying crap. Actually, they say they don't give a shit, but I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Although I guess I can. It is YouTube, right? Okay, so let's see. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Let's see what animal this is. I'm pretty sure it's a badger. It says the Knight of Wands is adventurous, maybe even a bit overly so at times. He is not one to sit on the sidelines kind of fellow, waiting for the world to come to him. Oh, it's a Wolverine. Okay, close enough. It's a Wolverine. My husband would have known that. He knows all the animals. Fearless, aggressive, defensive, creative, and tenacious. You're all of those things. I wouldn't say necessarily aggressive, but maybe you're feeling a little bit more right now. Standing up for what you believe, the wands. Let's see what's crossing that. The Two of Pentacles. This is a balancing of finances. It's also juggling. There's this energy of juggling. So I feel like whatever you're standing up for at this time, you're not quite sure where you stand on it in some way. Let's see what's underneath. That might elucidate. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands. You are the queen of your domain. You are the stabilizing force, right? You are the fierce lioness. There's a lot of fierceness. We have a Wolverine and a lioness, right? The lioness, remember, does all the work. In the pride, they do all the hunting with their gal pals, the sisterhood of the hunters, lions, lionesses. The lions just sort of protect and sleep, eat, have sex, scare away predators, have good hair. That's the guys. The women, the females do all the work, right? So you may be feeling like you're doing all the work. You may be feeling like you're responsible for the smooth running of things. Now, you may or may not be happy about that. Let's see what else comes up. In the past, we have the star card. This is I believe, an elk. Elks are generally for stamina, but the star card deals with finding your guiding star, right? Finding your guiding star. It's a card of hope. And so you've been holding out hope. You've been holding out hope for something. And you had a lot of stamina when it comes to this. Like you don't let go, you don't give up. You just keep applying yourself with that vision of hope. So in the sky, we have the Eight of Cups. Now, the sky can be a suggestion to the person, or it can be the energy in the outer world. And the Eight of Cups is about abandoned success. A lot of energy has gone into something, and now somebody is turning their back on that. Could this be you? Are you deciding whether you've put too much effort into a particular thing, and now you're ready to find something that's a little bit more satisfying? Let's see what's in the immediate future. The Lovers card. You notice we have scorpions here. Yes. This is about choice. This is about choice. We also have a Luna moth here. looks like. And of course, snakes, which are always sort of symbolic. In the other decks, you have Adam and Eve, right? In the Garden of Eden. So this is about making a choice. So you haven't decided yet. There's something you haven't decided upon, and this month for you will be a decision time. I think it's going to maybe take the whole month, but you are sort of weighing out your options. You're weighing out your options here. How it's seen from the outside, the high priestess, that you have a secret. I don't think you're telling anybody about this. Now, of course, you're listening to me and I'm telling everybody about it, but they're not going to know it's you, right? Okay. People think you're holding back, and perhaps you are. I mean, you're making a decision. You haven't made it yet. Your domestic situation, the sun, illumination, full illumination. So the people that you're closest to know, they know something has been illuminated to you. We have a cougar here, or a mountain lion. They're symbolic of leadership. Leadership. I almost feel like you're just, I feel like maybe you were offered something. You were offered something and it's a leadership role. You've been offered a leadership role. The people closest to you know, but I don't think anybody else does. They know that you were offered. They don't know either what you're going to do because you haven't decided. Hopes and fears as the Queen of Swords. You're a little bit worried about the competition. Because there are other people who are also well suited for this opportunity. And so there's a part of you that says, if I don't take it, and it's really an opportunity, and this other person takes it, not that you don't want them to have the opportunity, but you don't want to say no to an opportunity that on some level you know you would be good at. I think you just have to decide if it's worth the effort. The outcome is the Five of Wands. This is a busy beaver building. So there's a lot of activity, a lot of creativity coming up. I feel like as with the beaver energy, you're trying to stem the emotions, stem the flow. I don't know. Now, this might be for a specific Capricorn, but I almost feel like it's what's being offered or what could be offered or what's in the future. So you decide if this is what's being offered to you or not, is work in reconstructing something. Like you may get a job in North Carolina or Tennessee or, one of the areas where the flood came through with Helene. Or I guess even Milton. I mean, it could be Milton, right? But it feels like it's the mountains to me. All right, let's continue. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. The Knight of Pentacles. This is something that you know how to do and you've done in the past. And in fact, you've done it so well that this is why it's being offered to you. Death, change, change. Let's see what's underneath. The Five of Cups, which is kind of loss, emotional loss. The Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a lot of responsibility. We have salmon going upstream here, a lot of effort. Page of Pentacles a new project, the beginning of a new project. And the Five of Cups, loss. I honestly, I still don't know if you're going to select it, but it looks to me like it has something to do with helping people rebuild something. All right, let's see if I'm going to do a oracle card. Let's see if the oracle card gives us any more information here. So this is the Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells, I think. Yeah, David Wells. This is the little book that comes with it. And the box is the same picture on it. It's a good deck. I've been studying the Tree of Life for a long time. This is a good deck. Kether, source, point, attainment. This is the crown. Um, I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to take the challenge. I feel like whatever this is, you feel like it's not just like a person offering you something, but an opportunity from spirit, an opportunity from spirit. I think the people closest to you think you'll be good at it, actually, with the sun in that domestic situation. I think that if there's a new offer, you're taking it. And I think what you're struggling with is that what you had been doing, while you're good at it and you know how to do it, you really are asking, like, is it enough to do it, turn down an offer, and continue to do what I'm doing? Does what I'm continuing to do really fulfill me? Do I really feel like I'm contributing? That's what this feels like to me. Now, you can discern this. You know better. When you listen to this, if you know this is you, you know what this is about. I don't. Um, but I know that there's a choice to be made. I know that you are able to do it. I think you're a little bit um, on the fence, but I think ultimately you are going to you're going to release your fears and you're going to face it. You're going to do it. You're going to take it. And in that is a change and a transformation. I feel like this is a big step for you. It's not just a little thing. It's like it's going to require a big, maybe even moving. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe what's holding you back is the onus of I'd have to actually move, because this seems to be more of a long-term thing. And I think you're weighing, like, do I stay? Do I go? If I go, what am I making? Can I, that kind of stuff. Can I build my life on it, or can I build my life there? Choices to be made. So I would say from these cards, you don't have to choose. You don't have to know right now. Like, you're like, If it takes the whole month to decide, it takes the whole month to decide. And perhaps you need to wait till you get into the new year before you can really have a sense. I do have a sense that there's a lot of people waiting for a resolution of some sort before they completely turn their lives upside down and do something else. But I think you're gonna go for it. Although you will struggle this month with the decision, I think ultimately you're gonna be willing to do it. I almost feel like this might be the thing that you were hoping for, but as it presents to you, you don't know that. Like you're like, because sometimes we hope and we visualize and we make it a little bit too specific. So when something else sort of shows up, we're not really sure, is this it? Like, is this what it was? Yeah. So we have some and there needs to be some letting go. Something you're going to have to let something go. And it could very well be just, that you like the town you live in. But you can decide with what you want to do, because whatever you do, I know you're going to pick something that stimulates you and that utilizes your talents to the best of your ability, because that's just who you are, Capricorn. That's just who you are. So I would say a little bit of indecision, but Spirit is talking to you. So if you're not really sure, you can always ask Spirit to send you signs. And also, as a caveat to that, say, Spirit, send me signs and make it obvious. Because sometimes we get a lot of signs and we don't see them. So, all right, Capricorn. Well, that was not a neat little bow, but that's what I saw. So you're making decisions. It's going to be up to you. Whatever decision you make, it will not be the wrong one. It'll be the right one for the moment. But I do think that there's some new opportunities coming your way. And maybe you just want to relish the idea of not having Pluto in your sign for a little while before you take something else on. Oh dear. Well, I have to say, it's been a crazy month and it's been a crazy decade and a half with or longer, right? 16 years, about 16 years. 2008 to 2024. 18 years? It's terrible. I can't do math in my head. You do the math. I'll do the cards. All right, guys, have a great holiday season. Happy birthday to the Capricorns who are celebrating in December. And I have a little special something coming up at the beginning of the year for all the signs, something I haven't done for anybody yet. But you can check that out when it'll come out at the end of December. You can check out my mornings strolls. Now, of course, the garden is starting to, die away, die back. But it's a different kind of beauty. And I'll find something to look at. A lot of the plants we had outside are now in the house. So once they get all set up, if you miss the green, I'll make sure you get plenty of green in the winter. All right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.